What's good, everyone? Weeby's back into the video. This video is just going to be me talking about two of my worst experiences at the gym. So I was watching some of Eddie Hall's content, and he does a lot of those gym fails, and I'm like, let's make a video talking about some of my worst experiences. So this first one happened about 2 years ago in April. We were doing shoulders, and it was all right. We're doing shoulder shrugs. You put weights in your hands and you shrug your shoulders, basically. More difficult than it sounds. Way more difficult than it sounds. But I had this ongoing medical thing that seemed like it was just never gonna go away. I still get it occasionally, but not nearly as bad as I used to. Where I just get dizzy easily. And so I'd finished my set, and I'm like, I'm gonna go hit the can. And my gym buddy's like, all right, I'll just start my next set then. So he was doing his set, and as I was walking to the restroom, I just got dizzy, collapsed, and my buddy rushed over to help. And he's like, "What the fuck happened?" I'm like, "I just got dizzy, man. It's fine. I'll be fine in a few minutes." Well, a few minutes turned into 20 minutes, turned into 30 minutes, and I still wasn't feeling any better about it. And so what ended up happening was him and one other guy we used to see at the gym. We talked to him a few times at the gym. Older gentleman, beast when it comes to lifting, though. Helped me get into the elevator because we were on the second floor of the gym, and took me down to the lobby. Called an ambulance, took me to the hospital, and I was in the hospital for like probably two and a half hours. And at the time, it seemed like that this could have caused like some major issues, because like I couldn't breathe. I was sweating all over. I'm like, oh, this is legitimately how I'm gonna die. But after a while, got some electrolytes in me, some liquids, and after about 2.5 hours, I finally was able to walk again, because I didn't have like any feeling in my legs, like that they just felt like gelatin. Every time I tried walking, but finally I was able to walk on my own again, and the hospital was like, well, if you're feeling up to it, you're able to leave, whatnot. And so I did, and ended up staying with my dad for the night at his place, and it was wild. And so that's the first one I had where it was like a really bad experience at the gym. The second one, it's not nearly as bad. It's still bad per se. But like we were able to fix it at the gym, and then I continued my workout at the gym. So it wasn't bad. It was the last time my gym buddy and I decided to hit go for PRs before I got out of the military. Because for those who don't know, my gym buddy and I were both Air Force. I have since gotten out, obviously. And he's still in, but so this was one of our last times we were hitting PRs. I think we're doing the 3 competition PRs, if I remember correctly. That's what the whole plan was. So I think we had already done bench press, and I got a new PR with it. I got about 265, I think, if I remember correctly, which is pretty good for me. And then we went over to the squat rack to do squats. And I went down for my PR, which squats are really hard for me to do because I've got a bad knee, and so it's just really hard for me to do. But I don't remember what the amount of weight I was pushing. But I knew it was a new PR for me. And I essentially just tightened everything as you do when you're preparing for some heavy weight. Picked it up, stepped back a bit so I didn't hit the rack, squat down, and then as I was going up, it got harder for me to go up, and so I just tightened everything even further and pushed it up. And then when I put the weights back on the squat rack, I realized that I had actually started bleeding. Yeah, I caused myself to have a bloody nose, all because I was lifting heavy. Yeah, it was great. But that day, I think I actually got a PR for each thing. So for those who don't know, comp exercises are typically your bench press, your squat, and your deadlift. And I think I got 425 with deadlift, which is pretty good. Especially since right before that, I think I got 400 or 405 or something without a belt. So I probably could have gone a bit higher if I had won a belt for the first for this one right before it, but I was like, whatever. But yeah, it was insane. I just want to come in here and let y'all know that even the best of us have bad gym days where we get injured. Before I go, actually, let me tell you about my gym buddies. So we were at the gym a couple years ago. It was wintertime, I think. Yeah, I think it was December. Because it was just before Christmas, I believe, like a couple weeks before Christmas. and he was trying to get a new. The whole purpose of us going to the gym that day was to get PRs, and so I was getting a PR on leg press. He was getting a PR on squat, and that was the whole purpose of us going that day. I hit my PR, but that's not the point of the story. So I hit my PR of 1,000. Then we went over to the squat rack, and he wanted me to record. And then we found another person at the gym to help spot. And so when he went down for his squat, he got stuck and needed help from the spotter, but the spotter grabbed him by his waist to lift him up. But that's not what you want to do. You want to grab by the weights. So you'll grab underneath the arms to help support the weight and then lift them up, essentially. But we didn't do legs for quite a while because he messed up his back from it, so he really couldn't do squats or anything for a little while. But yeah, so just goes to show you that even the best of us can have bad gym days. But just because you have a bad gym day does not mean you should be quitting the gym. But yeah, that's about it for that. Remember, if you like this content, like, comment, subscribe. Also, go follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/LordWeebius. I'd love to see you there. And yeah, that's about it. So I'll see y'all later.